alternative seekers. That's a mouthful, but this is the golden pocket of amazing, amazing buyers. Somewhat like this picture of frenzied consumers clamoring for whatever they're clamoring for in that picture. It's pretty funny. Anyway, I call this the Google product alternative strategy. Now, just stick with me because you guys know how I roll. I get very specific here. So I just want to tell you a quick story. I was recently reevaluating our business expenses, which, by the way, great entrepreneurial habit to get into. I have it on my calendar once a month. It's like a repeat. Okay, so like in Google Calendar, you can put something on your calendar like normal, but there's an option to set it to repeat blank. So repeat every day, every week, same day every month. And I have this to repeat on the first Monday or Tuesday of every single month. And I've done this for years. And I will do a reevaluation of our main business expenses. Well, not even main, of all of our business expenses. Ben, all? Yes. Now, it doesn't mean I'm able to do this, at a huge deep dive that day every single month. But like some months I just, really get into it. And like other months I just take a quick look, just make sure nothing's changed. Anyway, I saw how QuickBooks Online, so we use QuickBooks Online, they keep jacking up our monthly subscription fee. And then we got some alerts saying, oh, because you have 250 whatever, it was like 250 different categories or something, I don't even know what. Now we have to upgrade to the advanced, really high price. And I'm thinking, really? And this is for one of my side businesses that I have that like is the simplest business like ever. And on top of that, we have several business entities that use QBO. QBO means QuickBooks Online. And they just keep jacking up our monthly subscription fees. I guess they think they have a captured audience. I'm sure it's happening to everybody. And they keep jacking up the fees to the point that they now have me considering a cheaper alternative. So I did what every other buyer does. I went to Google and I typed in QuickBooks Alternative. So blank alternative, right? QuickBooks Alternative. And here's what I found. Now, take a look at this. A few very smart competitors are anticipating that there are lots of folks like me using Google to see what my other options are. And they were really smart about it because they built specific landing pages to appeal to people like me. It's even in their URL. So here's one from FreshBooks. It's FreshBooks blah, 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 QuickBooks-Online-Alternative. There's one right underneath that from a company called Xero. And again, it's QuickBooks-Alternative. Well, that's pretty interesting. So I started clicking on these. And look at these landing pages, perfectly constructed for the person who typed in blank alternative, QuickBooks Alternative, QuickBooks Online Alternative. This one says, the perfect alternative to QuickBooks Online with its affordable pricing, so they must know that people are searching for this, quick and responsive online support, and easy-to-use interface, Zoho Books improves the online accounting experience for businesses. And then it says, migrate to Zoho Books, and they even have this short video. And then they have, okay, now make a mental note, see they have this comparison chart. And they just bring it. They're not subtle. They bring it. They said, here's what makes us better than QuickBooks Online. And of course, there's a nice green check mark next to all of the features that they choose to highlight, and then, mean little X marks that showing that it's not available in QuickBooks Online Advanced, right? So, here's another one I found. FreshBooks. Right in the headline, looking for a QuickBooks alternative for your online accounting needs. And again, bring your eye towards the bottom, you'll see it has a feature versus feature, head-to-head thing. Okay, here's another one. Now, this is the worst one, but, so this is a great example of a big, dumb company, right? Somebody on their executive board said, well, you can't bash a competitor. That's unprofessional. Oh, really? Okay. Probably some MBA who has no skin in the game, right? From my experience, that type of dumb think comes from the people that come from a very traditional educational background. And I'm not knocking education, by the way. I just mean like they're not very entrepreneurial usually. So this is the weakest. However, they're at least smart enough to pounce on one benefit, and that is the so-called switching cost. Easily switch from QuickBooks. But I mean, then this is the most limp, copy I've seen of these examples. Xero is online accounting software. It's easy to use, powerful, and beautiful. Okay, well, anyway. So that might appeal to some people, I guess. And you'll notice, look at, these are quote-unquote ugly, copy-intensive, right? Way more persuasive. And this is the pretty one. This is the one that the graphic department wanted to look a little more professional than these cavemen, right? And again, as I was saying in my opening comment, I could care less about my grammar as far as like what English teachers think or what the graphic department thinks or that the fact I'm using multiple fonts to draw the eye. What I care about is money in the bank, right? I mean, because I'm not doing entrepreneurship for a great social experiment. I'm doing it to have a great living, have a great lifestyle, right? Anyway, here's another example. So I also wanted to see if there was any decent Zendesk alternatives. So Zendesk, if you've ever emailed us, Zendesk is our support desk. And it's a great tool because it allows us to nest like replies. We can easily look up a customer issue. And, there's nothing more frustrating, right? When you call, like, for example, the local cable company. Right? I mean, unless I absolutely am in a dire situation, I would rather get a tooth extracted without any, Novocaine all day long than calling up the cable company. And one of the reasons is because everything is so siloed. So I'll have to wait 10 minutes, finally reach somebody, explain my situation, say, oh, well, hold on, I have to connect you to the blah, blah, blah department. And I got to re-explain everything to them. Or then when they transfer, I got to re-explain it again. That's so stupid when you have great customer service tools like Zendesk, where like all you have to do is just assign the ticket. The person getting it can quickly and easily read the history of just that call, what the issue is, and boom, it's such a good customer experience that way. So Zendesk is good, however, very expensive. It costs a small fortune as well. So again, I searched Google this time for Zendesk alternatives, okay? And this is what I do when I'm trying to, see my options for lowering our business expenses. But I'm going somewhere with this, so think more meta here. Think more next level. There's a lot of things people are typing blank alternatives for, okay? So again, in this case, Zendesk alternatives, and now we have two. the simple Zendesk alternative, CY Freshdesk, okay? So again, two smart competitors building specific landing pages. Why? To convert these hot leads. These are hot leads. You're not typing in blank alternative if you're not ready to buy or already are a buyer of this. These are like the highest probability prospects that I know of. Okay? So looking for a blank alternative. Okay? Now, yes, this looks graphically good, but it also is a very good landing page. Okay? So yes, they have some graphics, but they don't actually distract. They are laid out in such a way. Now, I can almost tell the way this is laid out and the way the iFlow is that they've probably split tested these pages. Looking for a Zendesk alternative, over 150,000 customers feel Freshdesk is easy to use, blah, 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 blah. And they have this nice little graphic, okay? There's another one. Okay, Groove HQ, which we use for our Amazon customer service because it integrates with Gmail. And it's also cheaper, but they tackle it head on. Zendesk versus Groove. Groove is a simple Zendesk alternative. Here's why you should consider switching. And then it even reads like an old school, a direct response, kind of grab them by the throat and rip the credit card out of their wallet. Sales letter. Hi there. Thinking of making this, and it's well-written copy. Okay. Trust me, I'm going somewhere with all this, so I want to go through some examples. Then for fun, I searched for Aweber alternatives, and I stumbled upon a company, get this, that built 6 different landing pages targeting different probably your top competitor. So every time somebody Googles blank alternative, right, their landing page shows up to convert these people to ConvertKit, and that was a company that did it. Take a look. So if I type in MailChimp alternative, boom, here's ConvertKit. Graduate from MailChimp to ConvertKit. If I type in Infusionsoft alternative, boom, same company. Switch from Infusionsoft to ConvertKit. If I type in Drip alternative, boom, switch from Drip to ConvertKit. If I type in Aweber, switch from A. Okay, you guys get the point, right? Now, not shown are several others I found, okay? And here's another example of the comparison style landing page. So if I type in MailChimp alternative, I found this one as well. Again, this is good copy here, I think. Looking for the best MailChimp alternative. Stop being penalized for achieving growth. Take your marketing. So, a lot of these services, they charge you more the more emails you have, okay? And here's just another random example. So Wufoo is an online form builder that a lot of people use. And this is an alternative called FormStack. What is the best Wufoo alternative? And again, you can see the feature versus feature stat right there. Okay. Now, interestingly, this is one of the very, very few e-commerce / physical product examples that me and my team were able to find. And this is even kind of a convoluted one. I think this is the weakest one on the batch. Compare other brands. And then you have to choose from like a drop down. So they were so lazy, they couldn't even just build one template and then just change the brand for the other brand, right? So they don't even get the benefit from the Google SEO advantages by having separate landing pages. Okay. Anyway, the opportunity for us as e-commerce sellers, and the fact that this is a killer strategy, but like nobody seems to be using it in the e-commerce space, which is like no brainer, because it's such a golden opportunity. These are people right on the cusp of buying products. Okay, so this opportunity just literally smacked me in the face because it's just it's so easy to do, it's so easy to deploy, and I think you're gonna love what we've come up with for you. So let's just go over the obvious, but I think the important, so that so when I gave a lot of thought about why does this work? I mean, other than the obvious, but why does it work? Because once we can kind of deconstruct the why behind it and what's motivating these buyers or these potential buyers to do the Google search like this, then we can build a tactical strategy that will allow us to own this pocket of buyers. Okay, so the first thing is when somebody is considering buying a product, they will often combine an Amazon search with a Google search, right? Okay, so like they're about to buy, they open up a new tab in their browser, and then they're going to do some type of search. They're either going to just search for that brand of product they might not have heard about, and I've already covered about how to solve that problem by using a good quality online press release service like prweb.com or Marketers Media, where for $200-300 you can submit a press release, get wide, legit distribution, and now your brand is showing up on Fox News and CBS News affiliates and major newspaper online sites, and they're just republishing your press release verbatim, so you're controlling the messaging. Okay, so that is for those buyers that are right on the cusp of buying, but they've opened up a new tab. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Oop. Just got that was weird. Okay. Now, for popular brands or popular products, there's always pockets of people that are unhappy or folks that haven't landed on that brand for sure as a purchase for them, or they're just curious if there's an alternative. And I use the search function all the time, whether I'm a disgruntled current a customer of, let's say, QuickBooks Online, or I'm just looking to see what other options are. I will often Google, and this is the writer downer, product, and then the word alternative, or that can be brand or alternative. And there's variations on this, but this is the most popular search query. Okay, so one powerful trick to capture these buyers that haven't yet chosen on a product is to create comparison web pages that target each of the major brands or the product names. So product alternative, this is one of the best terms to rank for, because anyone Googling this wants to buy a product. Okay, so the no-brainer way to do this is we're going to create a template, right? So here's the actions to take as soon as possible. When we're done today, Google and see if your competitors have any of these comparison pages set up. And you want to set them up such that you actually have the competitor's product or brand name in the URL string. You can easily customize this in ClickFunnels, okay? Now, if not, I can't think of an easier way to send more of the right people to your Amazon listing or Shopify site than using this method. I want to give you a case study. On the website marketingexamples.com, they did a case study recently on Podaya. Podaya is basically like a membership site alternative, kind of like what we use. We use a platform called Kajabi. So apparently they love to use really bizarre names for software in this space. So we got Podaya and Kajabi. But anyway, Podaya is one of the best examples I've seen that utilizes this comparison page strategy. So get this. They have 37 different comparison pages, one set up for each and every major competitor. I didn't even know there were 37 membership platforms out there. So they must have dug deep, and they went pro leagues with this. Okay, they want to own this traffic source. Well, there's a reason for that, as you'll discover. So in other words, every time somebody is now going to do a Google search for one of their 37 competitors, they're going to stumble across their comparison pages. So here's just a real world example. So you see in number one, Kajabi gets the most traffic. All right, so 33,000 in monthly value. So guess what? Now when you type in Kajabi alternative, boom. And look at that headline, a better Kajabi alternative, Podaya. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Here's the landing page, a Kajabi alternative that's actually affordable. If you type in Thinkific alternative, boom, there's our landing page again, the modern Thinkific alternative you've been looking for. If you type in Gumroad alternatives, boom, Gumroad is not the only all-in-one solution for creators. And as they say in this like marketingexamples.com case study, quote, I like this strategy because once the first template is built, the marginal cost of adding another is minimal. It also allows Podaya to hedge their bets. No matter which competitor becomes the next big thing, Podaya are ready to pinch any unhappy customers. Okay? So here's reasons why I love this strategy for Amazon products. Okay? We found very few e-commerce examples of companies even considering and utilizing this tactic. Like, I'm talking very few. I would have shown you a whole boatload if we could have found them. Second, this is a high commercial intent keyword. You've heard me use this phrase before, high commercial intent, when I talk about our fast track keyword research methods. High commercial intent doesn't mean it's going to have the highest traffic, but it means those are the highest quality buyers. So another example of a high commercial intent keyword for Amazon is best blank. Okay, that will not win any awards for highest traffic volume per month, but that is some of the best, most pure, most ready to buy traffic on Amazon. So just as an aside, if you're not making it a priority to rank in the top 3 to 5 for the phrase best dog leash, right? Best hairband, best yoga mat, you're missing a big opportunity. So high commercial intent means what is a keyword someone types in this case into Google, where they're buyers, okay? They're not looky-loos. They're buyers. 3, now, like was quoted back here, once the first template is built, the marginal cost of adding another is minimal. There actually is no marginal cost. It's probably a 30-second change to a ClickFunnels. So in ClickFunnels, you literally do this. You go to the template that I'm going to give you, okay, and you literally can just duplicate this. All right? See down here, let me just bring up my clone funnel step. You clone it. So if you have 30, oh my gosh. This new Apple update is driving me bonkers. Sorry, guys. Let me just open up my preferences. Sorry, you have to witness the gory details, but now every time I update my Mac, it's now making me get approvals for every little piece of software that I want to use. Okay, here we go. So right here, see where it says clone funnel step right there? You just do that for every single of your major brand or competitor keywords. So like in the case of Padaya, if they were using ClickFunnels, if it's taking them more literally than 30 seconds per page to make this happen, then you're doing something wrong. You clone it, okay? Here under publish, okay, you would change the URL string right here. See where it says path? So you would do, in this case, Kajabi, blah, 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 alternative, save, update funnel step. It's that simple, okay? I'm not going to say that because I'll mess up the template. Super, super easy to do in the real world. Don't worry, I'll show you the template in a minute here. Now, let me just finish my thought here on number 3. So with our ClickFunnels template, I'm going to show it to you. It rocks. The copy is fantastic on it, by the way. Very, very easy for you to create 10, 20, 30 different comparison pages to capture these unlanded customers. Okay, these customers that have not landed on a brand yet to buy. They're seeking, right? Number 4, using a quality online press release service such as like PR Web or Marketers Media, both of which I've used extensively, it would be very easy to perform Google SEO to get these comparison pages now found throughout Google search. Okay, very easy. And also, the other great benefit, as I've alluded to, is that nearly all of these kind of comparison alternative type keywords, they have very low competition. So in other words, it's very easy to show up in Google search when you build these landing pages. So in my quest to make our fast trackers leading edge and dominant in your niches on Amazon, I built for you a kick-ass product comparison or product alternative ClickFunnels template. And if you have even a drop of marketing blood in you, you will have a Cheshire cat grin when you see this template. The thing is very very effective. The layout, very good copy. And I built it so that you wouldn't have to become a great copywriter. You just will swap out your product attributes where appropriate in the landing page text, and you're good to go. Okay, so let's take a look at this right now. All right, bum, bum, bum. Looking for an alternative to Tautronics brand dog leashes. We think the Alpha Dog leash is a superior alternative. Here's exactly 4 reasons why. And of course, you can change this if you have more or less. I wouldn't do any fewer than 3 reasons why. Now let's just look at the iFlow here. Okay, so think in terms of a template. So what you're doing here is there's some text on the left you have to edit, and then you put in the appropriate Amazon image or images here on the right. Okay, so we're now flipping this template. So now image on the left, text on the right. Now text is on the left, image on the right. Okay, here's our feature box. Okay, you can extend this to as deep as you want here. We're sprinkling in various testimonials and the user-generated images from Amazon. If you have them, if it's a brand new product, you would just hide, these testimonial categories. And then it says ready to switch. And by the way, the reason why we make this butt ugly red is because all of the iFlow research shows that yellow on red background will command the most attention. Now, you might not think it's the prettiest, but again, I don't measure my success on landing pages or ads by if somebody thinks it's pretty. I judge it based on the response rate, okay? So it says, ready to switch, upgrade to a better leash now, click below, special offer. And this is optional if you want to put a coupon code. I think it's well worth it. Use this exclusive Amazon discount coupon code, try it out risk-free. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. Keep getting these freaking updates here. All right. Anyway, so let's now just kind of go through some of this. So I want to go through the copy so you kind of see what's going on. But it says, looking for an alternative to blank, we think your product is superior. Here's X reasons why. Okay, and you want to have some picture here, right here. Think in terms of something kind of bizarre. All right? What we want to do is generate curiosity. All right? Now, you might have noticed a lot of you bought Manuel's catapult ranking system. And you might have been thinking, well, why the hell didn't you just say it was Manuel? Well, why the hell do you think? It was bizarre. It was curiosity-inducing to instead call him Mr. X, to blur out his face, to show a picture of his blurred out face. This is a very powerful marketing strategy. So you want to do what's called a pattern interrupt, okay? It doesn't have to be crazy. You don't have to do something inappropriate. I mean, but this, didn't your eye go right to this cute looking dog? Okay, and there's all kinds of royalty-free images that you can get from a site called Pixabay. All right, or you can go to a paid site like, bigstockphoto.com. Okay, but it's really important though that you do something as part of the iFlow that it kind of sucks them in. They're like, or kind of strange or bizarre, or induces their curiosity. And the copy says, hey, I get it. You've heard things about the blank dog leash, but you're looking for something, even better out there. You've been through the headaches of buying a brand new leash that you thought was decent, only to have it break in 2 months or less. We think we have the solution. Let me introduce you to the Alpha Dog leash. Plus, we'll even give you a special Amazon discount coupon that you can use to check it out for yourself, risk-free. Okay? And we start then getting into the main product features and benefits. Okay, so this is, again, very templatable. So who else wants blank? This is a tried and true winning headline formula. So who else wants a dog leash with the most advanced tech built right in? You do? Good, because that's what the Alpha Dog leash will deliver. Fact, and you just use this as a template. You don't have to become a copywriter. Just stick with the general marketing and copywriting themes that we have provided for you here, okay? I'm not going to read this, but you should, for homework, read through this later and read it wearing the hat of the prospective buyer that found this page, who typed in Towtronics alternative or whatever the top 10 or 20 or 30 biggest dog leash brands are. We throw in an Amazon 5-star thing. Reason number 2, big dog, small dog, or something in between. While other leashes might struggle with different breeds, our Alpha Dog leash are ideal for every size dog. Again, we're going to insert social proof, kind of break up the iFlow of the copy here. Ideally, you're using a user-generated photo from your Amazon listing if you have one available. Reason 3, yeah, it even comes with poop bags. Right? Reason 4, now, this is something that pretty much all of you should use if it's appropriate, because this is a killer headline that I came up with. This thing is built like a tank with a Ferrari engine inside. And we have a picture here that demonstrates. Just take a look at the inner workings of this beauty, ... Very templatable here for most products, obviously. Like a beauty product that would not apply to. Feature versus features. Alpha Dog Leash versus Towtronics. Now, the order you put these in matters. You want to put yours first. Green, 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 green. put the competitor second, so they see X, X, X. Insert more social proof again from your listing, and then a call to action, okay? Whoops. So the one area that I would say that would be optional for you is your choice to use some sort of call to action coupon to convert that traffic, okay? It's really up to you if you want to do that. Me personally, I would, even if it was even an odd amount, 6%, 5%, something, anything to get them off the fence and and on my listing so they can buy and buy now. This is the only thing that will be a judgment call, whether you want to include that or not, okay? I took a risk here by kind of getting a little salesy near the top, but I'm personally not afraid of that. If you look at most of the comparison pages, many of the examples that I showed you earlier that will be provided in the slides that you'll get when we post a webinar replay, they all have some version of a call to action copy, in that prime real estate in the above the fold section of their landing page. Okay, so don't let the simplicity of this dissuade you from the power of the tactic. Okay, it's very, very easy as I demonstrated previously for you to identify who your top 20 competitors are, and then here just keep cloning. Once you have your main edited template, it's like a 30-second cloning process. You clone it, you go in there, you do a command find and replace for instead of like Caltronics, you're gonna do a find and replace for brand number 2. Done. Save it. Again, you want to edit and change the URL, which you do here in the Publish tab right here. Okay, so just make sure that you because here I'll just show you why. So if I type in Zendesk alternatives into Google, and I know I already covered this. I'm just saying this so you guys make sure that you see this. They are showing up partially because they are including this right in their URL. See that? Okay, see how that works? So you definitely, for SEO purposes, if you look up here, it's right in their URL, Zendesk versus Freshdesk. Okay, see that? Okay, so super easy to deploy with this template. Okay, so let's talk about now some advanced tweaks and uses. And hopefully this is really exciting to you because this is very easy and quick for you to deploy. I mean, even if you don't want to, spend any extra money like with an online press release, fine. Just set these up because these are not high competition keywords as far as, Google SEO. You want this body of work out there in the search engines, okay? Because they will show up over time. So now that you have your competitor brand alternative template, all you have to do is duplicate it for all the competitors appearing high in Amazon search and or Google search. Okay, so a little kind of subtlety, but don't just obsessively lock into just the top Amazon brands. Look at like the top USA brands, or if you sell on Amazon.co.uk, the top UK brands for dog leashes that are showing up that may or may not sell on Amazon. Okay, all that traffic for the minimal amount of work it takes to set this up is like found money for you. So my goal for you is anywhere from 12 to 20 comparison landing pages so that you are found everywhere in Google. If there's anything I've learned in marketing, it is when people keep slamming into you at every turn. Okay, so they're searching for, hey, best dog leash, boom, they're finding you there. They are on Amazon, they type in like dog leash, boom, they find you there. They go to YouTube, boom, they find you there. They keep slamming into all of this stuff about your brand. Your sales dramatically increase. Okay. Advanced tweak number 2 is instead of publishing the Amazon coupon code right on the page like I have it, you could combine this easily with one of our hidden opt-in templates. Okay, so like in other words, when somebody's on this page, it says order now, and you click on this, and it does our classic Ben Cummings pop-up that says enter your email here so that we can privately email you the coupon code, okay? And this way you'll be doing list building, okay? So seriously consider doing that. Now, the reason I didn't just build that into it is, well, A, it's super easy for you to just do it yourself, but B, not everybody wants to do this. They don't want to throw up like a wall because they're worried that they might lose that traffic, which I get, okay? So depending on the appeal of the coupon, et cetera, you may or may not want to do this. But this takes a little more work to set up, kind of the hidden opt-in, but it's not much more work, guys. It's not much more work, okay? So advanced tweak and use number 3, if you find that one of your comparison pages is actually getting a lot of traffic for you, then consider adding a live chat to it, because I see live chat being used on many of these successful comparison pages. So by live chat, we mean that little pop-up that appears after like 10 seconds in the lower right that says, have a question? Ashley is standing by to help you. YouTube traffic. So, I tend to go 100% with a marketing tactic. I don't just do the bare minimal. I go overboard sometimes because I know how valuable that this marketing stuff is. Marketing is everything and everything is marketing. Marketing brings in income. So if I'm going to take the time to set up, let's say, a dozen different your product alternative comparison pages, why the hell wouldn't I just spend 1 hour with my iPhone set up and knock out 12 different YouTube video versions of that, so that I'm not only appearing in Google search with a static landing page, I'm now also showing up for a dozen or 2 dozen MailChimp alternative, Infusionsoft alternative, Aweber alternative, videos, right? So I'm just making a short video version of this. And literally, you already have the text. It's super easy just to memorize 3 or 4 points and then do a call to action, okay? I mean, it would be very, very easy to do that, okay? Now, you could also target, and, for my more aggressive entrepreneurs out there, this is a no-brainer because, again, it's very easy to set up multiple of these comparison pages. You can do them for keyword variations, building landing pages around different type of searches, like better than blank, so better than Zendesk, or just like Zendesk, or Zendesk versus GrooveHQ, or what's the difference between Zendesk and GrooveHQ? What's better, Zendesk or GrooveHQ? All right, see how this works? Now, for homework, try to Google and see if any of your competitors have these pages set up. I guarantee, unless they're very sophisticated or they're a fast tracker, they're not going to. Beat them to the punch. Take away their hottest traffic, so now they're purchasing from you instead. And guys, this is a classic Ben Cummings 80-20 type of activity. Very, very high return on invested time, very easy to set up and deploy. Once you set it up, it's not like there's any ongoing maintenance. You just set it and forget it, and then hopefully those dividends will just keep rolling into perpetuity. All right? Do you guys have any questions here? Go ahead and type in the chat box. Chris says, OMG, getting social influencers and having them do comparison YouTube videos. Hell yeah, that's a great idea. Yep, Howard, I just covered that. Yep, that was good thinking. Howard said, have you looked at other words for alternative? And yep, absolutely. We're both on the same page. Victor, hit me up on our Q&A because I have to have like an actual example. Pat says, awesome, loving it. Several like that. Thank you, guys. David says, does a unique URL need to be created for each web page or just a link from ClickFunnels? It's so easy to clone. So first, edit the template to apply to your number one competitor or brand versus your product, and then clone it. And then, yes, you want to build individual web pages for this. Okay? Just by, and it's so easy to do. Super easy. Okay?